Like white guys?
I love white guys.
What time?
8 o'clock.
7.
7:30.
6:45.
6:55. Got a date.
Spider's starting to work.
Okay.
All right.
No one can pull a white millionaire like a slim black woman with a bad wig.
So apparently swirling just got easier. I mean, all you need is a bad wig and you can pull your own rich white millionaire. Of course, as soon as the lovely black ladies figured out that they just needed a quick $20 Amazon wig, they got busy. Now, obviously we know this is all BS. We know TikTok is always promoting trends and is always promoting ridiculous hashtags, this being one of them. But that does not stop the lovely ladies from hopping on the train, whether or not they actually really agree with the trend or they're just looking for popularity. Now, I'll be honest, I do think there are a fraction of women who are simply doing this for attention, for clicks and for views. Like, they're not serious about it at all. But the reason these kinds of ideas can gain popularity and have traction is because swirling is important among a lot of black women. As long as you want to talk about black relationships, black woman dating and mating, you have to include swirling because black women are largely interested in dating and mating out. Now, the problem is, while the interest is high on the side of black women, interest is not so high for white men. Touched on this multiple times, but the stats are pretty clear. White men generally are race loyal, and when it does come to who they tend to date and marry out, it is Asian women, it is Latina women, it is other races of women, and generally black women are the last on their list. Now, I know it's going to point to the beautiful supermodel, dark-skinned supermodel, or that your auntie or that one person you know that slept with a white man, has a white boyfriend, has a long-time white fiance that they've been dating for 15 years and they got married. I'm sure everybody listening to this has an example, but currently about 1% of white men who are married have a black wife. I mean, the stats speak for itself. Now, to be clear, there are plenty of white men or just men of other races who would love to sleep with a woman, who would love to lay down with a black woman. I mean, for some guys, it's a kink. They actually get off on it. It's just like a bucket list. And so there are plenty of men who have no problem using a lovely dark-skinned woman with a bad wig as a bucket list. But as far as how many of those men are actually going to see that woman as viable, as wife material, as worthy of love and a ring and a legacy and his last name, again, the stats speak for itself. And I would argue, if you are only going for a white man because you want his money, if you're only looking for a white millionaire because you want the money and status, that's not wife material anyways. So no matter how you look at the scenario, it's just complete BS, right? Because it's BS to think that just because you have a bad wig and you're skinny, a white millionaire's ad is going to come save you. But it's also BS to assume that you can just easily pull a white millionaire's addy and that's going to make you wife material. At best, you may be a side piece, but if you are not actually acting like a wife or behaving as someone who is bringing something to the table besides what's in between her legs, then this isn't really a serious conversation. This is a social media trend. At best, you may get a date, and at best, you might even get a gift or two out of it, or you may even be a long-term sugar baby. But as far as you being seen and valued as that man's life partner and wife, think again. So ultimately, there is no magic science or secret formula to pull a millionaire, especially a white man who probably has options of all races of women who are willing to compete with him. Your bad wig is not going to attract him. Having a sense of entitlement certainly will not attract that man. The things that attract men are the things that have always attracted men. Good quality, good character. Beauty, looks obviously matter, but ultimately bringing something to the table that is far beyond looks, but having a peaceable countenance, having good qualities, actually being a wife, that is actually what attracts a person long term. And if that's not being talked about, then we're not really being serious. But anyways, that's what I have. What do you think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.